discussion, I'd like to bring in NewsNation's Leland Vittert, now host of Unbalanced. Leland, happy Easter. Thanks for waking up with us so early. I want to start with your reaction. I'm sure you woke up to the news about the successful rescue.
Yeah, I was talking to some sources last night when this was all coming together overnight in Iran, and you think about that the past 36 or 48 hours, depending on how you look at it, is going to be made into probably a couple of movies, just in terms of the extraordinary nature and heroism of what went on. This was America at its best, right? The covenant between air crews who fly deep behind enemy lines to carry out missions, and the hundreds of men and women who then risk their lives to go find and bring home this one person. And it wasn't guaranteed that any of those or all of those hundreds who then went in on the ground, the Delta Force, the Army 160th pilots, the gunship pilots, the A-10 pilots, all who converged there was no guarantee they were going to come home either. But they were all willing to risk everything to go in and save this one man. Absolutely extraordinary what's happened over the past 48 hours. It's something only the United States can do. At one point, it appears as though this colonel climbed injured some 7,000 feet up onto a ridge line to allow the rest of the Air Force to fly in and bomb and keep the IRGC and the Baji militia below that ridge line. So it gave them a free fire zone. And then he waited for this massive rescue package, is what they call it. So gunships, refueling aircraft, and then the helicopters with the Delta and pararescue guys on them to come in. There are reports that there were two planes that the U.S. had to burn at a remote airfield in Iran that they may or may not have left. That's unconfirmed. I think the other part of this, as extraordinary as this rescue is, everything to look at, this now proves U.S. special operations capabilities on the ground inside Iran. In that sense, it probably gives President Trump a lot more options for what he would be able to do in terms of ordering ground-based operations just because of the success of this mission.
We are showing our reviewers the unverified video from Iran media. Leland, I want to stick with you for a minute. I watched your show, as I do most nights, on Friday, and you were talking about how proud we should be of the military might of this nation, and this certainly shows what our military can do. This was a successful rescue, no doubt. But American forces were shot down for the first time in 20 years. How does this incident affect where the conflict in Iran goes next? How do you expect the U.S. to respond?
My sources say that it probably won't change things. Obviously, if this colonel had been captured and paraded through the streets of Tehran, a la the Iranian hostage crisis, it could change things either way, right? It could push the administration into negotiations, or it could push them into escalation. That's still possible. Obviously, now the fact that this could happen is front and center, right? That this all of a sudden woke up America. Obviously, the military knew this was a possibility, but sort of to all of our eyes, that the possibility of downed airmen and POWs is real. I think there's another way to look at this. The United States has flown 13,000 combat sorties over Iran, probably now closer to 14,000. They've lost one airplane over enemy territory. That is a success rate of 99.99%. That is unheard of in any war from any military across history. So, yes, have we as Americans gotten very used to a sanitized version of war? Yes. War is not sanitized. It is awful and messy and horrible. And also, I think I would add to that, just we can't get away from the extraordinary nature of how successful this has been.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.